This is page number 48. Question: how can the cyclone design can be optimized? Answer: this can be done by determining the relationship among fuel and limestone particle size and residence time for which the CFB combustor operates best. Then the cyclone design can be modified to arrive at and minimum who those conditions. Next question: what do you mean by T50 related to the grade efficiency curve of a cyclone? It is basic cyclone design parameter that describes the particle size for which 50% removal is theoretically obtained. Question: how can an optimum limestone particle size be determined for a given combustor? Answer: that requires understanding the relationships of concentration of sulfur and lime as a function of particle size. For this, a comprehensive evaluation of parameters wise average particle size, density, elemental analysis, loss on ignition, free carbon content, and free limestone concentration is necessary. By studying fly ash and bottom ash samples from an operating CFB boiler. Research work conducted so far as has revealed that distributions of free carbon, free lime, and sulfur are widely non-uniform. Very little unburned carbon has been found present in intermediate sized intermediate sized ash particles, while concentrations substantially higher than average have been found in both small and large particle fractions. By considering the relationship of fuel sulfur and free lime concentration as a function of particle size, an optimum limestone particle size or at least a narrow size range can be estimated for a given combustor. Next question: what is a steam cooled or water cooled cyclone designed? Answer: why is steam cooled or water cooled cyclone designed? Answer: a steam cooled can provided the first pass of the superheater surface once steam leaves the drum, while the water cooled cyclone can act as an extension of boiler's natural circulation system. Both act as heat link to avoid any afterburning of elutration carbon particles. This may lead to high cyclone temperature. Subsequently reduce refractory needs in this critical area, loading to lower weight and reducing structural components. Provide faster startup as much as the drum limits the warm-up rate, not the thick refractory in the cyclone. Question: what are the basic design features of a steam-cooled cyclone? Answer as shown in figure is a unique cyclone design developed by Foster Viral Corporation USA to give optimum performance and wear resistance. The entire cyclone enclosure, inlet duct, roof, barrel, and hopper is steam cooled. The cyclone steam circuitry is the first pass of superheat for steam leaving the steam drum. Steam flow through the cyclone is in a series or parallel arrangement. Wear resistance is ensured by a thin layer of high conductivity, high alumina phosphate bonded refractory mounted on a high density stud pattern. The next question: what advantages do these unique features of steam cooled cyclone beget? Answer: 1. First, fabricated from pressure pots, the cyclone is simply an extension of the furnace that allows it to be top supported and expand downward along with the furnace, minimizing differentiate thermal expansion, simplifying the mechanical design of the furnace, cyclone and cyclone HRA interfaces. Second, the absorbed heat goes to superheat and steam and to provide a heat sink to quench after burning in the cyclone that might occur when difficult to burn fuels such as anthracite, coal, wood waste, petcoke, and refuse derived fuel (RDF) are fired. Third one, standard insulation and lagging can be applied to provide nominal outside temperature 333 Kelvin as compared to the 394 degree Kelvin on an uncooled casing type design. The lower phase temperature significantly curtails the radiant heat loss from the unit. The enhances personal safety and enhances personal safety. Fourth one, the thin refractory layer 25 millimeter as compared to 305 to 406 mm on a casing type design significantly reduces the cyclone weight and therefore structural steel weight. The refractory is never a limiting factor to the startup rate, which can be as fast as 4 to 6 hours to bring the unit from cold conditions to full load with the steam drum. Uncooled casing type cyclones with 305 to 406 mm refractory thickness required 12 to 16 hours for startup. Shop fabrication in quadrants with shop installed and cured refractory greatly simplifies fired erection job and considerably improves quality control that invites low maintenance and repair and high availability. So updated waste fuel firing experience in Foster Wheeler circulating fluidized bed boilers. Abdoli or Navazo. So in this diagram we can see the steam cooled cyclone designed by Foster Wheeler for its CFB boilers. Steam cooled monoval forms the cyclone enclosure. The cyclone is integrated with the boiler circuitry for structural thermal compatibility. Here the inlet of steam is in the left side and the monoval enclosure is surrounding the cyclone. The refractory coating is also around the cyclone. Solid outlet is below the cyclone. And the next question: what is backpass? Answer: it is convective shaft of the CFB boiler. Question: what does backpass include? Answer: reheater, superheater, economizer, air preheater. The heating surface tube bundles are arranged in a way similar to PC-fied units. Here we can see cyclone refractory comparison. In left side we can see the steam cooled monowall lagging insulation 130 degree Fahrenheit, 2 inches maximum. But in the right side of the cyclone, hot steel casing is 250 degree Fahrenheit, 14 to 16 inch thick, 1600 Fahrenheit. Thermal insulation and erosion protection refractory. First one is steam cooled cyclone, and second diagram is for without steam cooled cyclone. And in this diagram we can see the CFB backpass consists of superheater, reheater, economizer and air preheater arrangement is similar to PC fired boilers. And source is Electrical Power International, courtesy Alstom Pyro Power, San Diego, USA. Question: what is the type of the economizer used in CFB backpass? CFB designers use either in inline spiral fin or bare fin economizer. Question: when are the reheater installed? Answer: for large units greater than 100 megawatts The primary emphasis is laid on more efficient plant operation and high pressure steam generation using large boilers. These units include reheat cycles. Question: as the CFBs increase in size and reheat cycles are incorporated, some manufacturers add fluidized bed heat exchangers. Why? Answer: to enhance steam side heat pickup. As CFBs grow larger in size, the surface to volume ratio of the combustor decreases, whereupon the furnace water was cannot meet the required evaporator duty. Under this circumstance, FBHE, fluidized bed heat exchangers, allow incremental evaporative duty by passing a sufficient amount of recycled solids into the bundles. Next question we will see the next video. Thank you.